Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Compunnel digital webinar, Managed Services Leading the Way to Cloud Transformation. I am your host for today and my name is Tushar. I work as a marketing manager for digital transformation solutions at Compunnel Digital. I'm sure you would want to know more about managed services provider and their role in cloud transformation. But before we dive into the webinar, let's cover a few quick items. First, we will be taking questions at the end of the webinar. Though we try to adjust all the questions, but in some case, any of them are left unanswered, we will get back to you on that. Without further delay, let's go ahead and get started.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Karthik Natarajan. I head the cloud business at Compunnel Digital. Today, I will be joined by Himanshu Kumar, who heads our cloud engineering team. And we welcome you to our webinar here. Today, we will emphasize on how to plan your cloud transformation journey with the end result in mind. The journey that needs vision, strategy, and a compelling partnership for success. So today in this webinar, we'll talk about a few things. But we'll start with the role of business and IT in cloud transformation and how cloud can be leveraged and to accelerate modernization. Why do you need cloud managed services? And how is a cloud MSP different? And how their role is significant in cloud transformation? And also about how to choose the right cloud MSP as your partner. And the takeaways in this webinar will be to understand why business and IT need a strategic alignment for success in cloud transformation, and how the MSP can supplement some skills that you need along the way within the organization. Also, one of the key takeaways will be how the cloud MSP can help accelerate transformation and how to choose the right MSP, and some insights and recommendations for continuity and success. So traditionally, in any organization, IT goals are to achieve lower costs, faster time to deliver, and better quality. And the business goals are usually to run better, change faster, and grow bigger. However, in the digital era, there needs to be a convergence between the business and IT for meaningful outcomes. So therefore, goals need to be aligned. As an example, if you're planning a change in IT, IT needs to ensure that while achieving lower cost, the change needs to help the business grow or perhaps achieve faster outcomes. In today's world, IT budgets are very closely aligned to business outcomes. So here is where the cloud transformation plays a very critical role in achieving meaningful outcomes. So the key takeaway is to ensure that they come together to think quickly, move nimbly, and iterate collaboratively to solve transformation goals.
We will use this illustration as an example of how a typical transformation use case looks like. A typical enterprise will be running some mission-critical legacy systems for their business, such as ERP, CRM, order management, operations. And there may be some data, either real-time or historical, that can provide a lot of insights in helping transform or achieve further growth. And some critical decisions may be required to choose the right path to modernization. Of course, with the alignment of business and IT that we talked about in previous slides. Some applications may need to be rebuilt, some re-architected for better performance on the cloud, and some could be enhanced for cross-system integration using microservices, and so on. At times, the best decision may be to leave some systems as they are. So business and IT will have to come together and take a stock of all the existing systems and chart out a roadmap based on critical priorities by taking into consideration few key aspects, such as total cost of ownership and return on investment, security, privacy, compliance, and governance policies, and make right choices on what is the best approach for different systems, considering one or more of the many different pathways to modernization, such as retain, rehost, rebuild, and so on.
In the following section, we'll talk about cloud managed services. We'll focus on cloud MSPs and how to find the right cloud MSP and the various models for engagement. So according to a Forrester study, there are 67% companies in the worldwide use hired managed service providers simply to simplify their network and IT operations. About 73% of the organizations have had some sort of a major interruption, with an average downtime of approximately 7.5 hours in a year in the cloud. And compared to some traditional organizations, an innovative organization with a strategic management plan has 8 times more engagement with the employees. And for support, 90% of the IT managers overlook potential problems and are unable to detect and respond proactively in a timely manner. So here is where the engaging of an MSP helps address a lot of such situations proactively. As an example, you can outsource some boilerplate services and attain peace of mind for the routine operations. And a cloud MSP, also partners and fulfills on-demand availability of diverse skills, and specialty skills in almost no time. And they can address cost optimization proactively. And when you engage MSPs, you pay for such help only during the phases of execution that you need, rather than always engaging or hiring resources for it. And MSPs can also help drive automation and bring best customer experience with more focus on growing and improving the core business.
Today, several thousand cloud managed service partners are providing managed services to small, mid-market, or large enterprise level companies. A question to ask or challenges to address when choosing the cloud MSP, such as, will the MSP take care of updates, patching related monitoring, and management tasks? Do I need to hire more resources to manage my cloud environment? Will the MSP ensure high availability, scalability, security, and performance? How does the MSP play a role in migrating critical workloads to cloud without downtime? How can they help keep cloud costs in control and continuously optimize spending by leveraging innovative services? How will the MSP ensure that your data and processes address the compliance and privacy requirement that your industry needs, such as HIPAA, PCI, SOX, etc.? How will the MSP address disaster recovery for mission critical applications in case of outages? How quickly can you recover after a disaster? Other question could be, how can you leverage the existing software licenses when migrating to cloud? Can you make use of programs like Cloud Hybrid Use Benefit or License Mobility? The answer in short to all this is yes. If you choose the right cloud MSP partner, you can definitely do that. So you may ask, how is the next gen cloud MSP different? Any MSP will provide similar services, which is not quite right. With the cloud taking a prime role in the future of digital transformation, the MSP needs to supplement a lot of critical skills quickly and provide for innovation every step of the way. For example, a typical MSP will help operate effectively, but the next generation MSP will collaborate with you and continuously improve your systems and cloud workloads by helping with the best architectures and blueprints. Embrace DevOps, implement automation and cloud governance, proactive monitoring and risk mitigation, security and compliance, implement remediation as code, provide self-service portals with digital touchpoints, omnichannel and ubiquitous availability of the services. The next generation MSP will be able to effectively partner in many initiatives during and after cloud adoption process. and be an integral part of the business growth and innovation as a trusted partner. This is a typical list of variety of value-added services that an MSP can contribute as a partner. The partner will be critical in helping with the readiness assessment, charting a roadmap for cloud adoption, laying out security and governance policies, all the way to implementation and support. They will be able to assist in training your team or staff and help build a cloud center of excellence. And they could help monitor cloud expenses proactively, provide continuous optimization and cost savings, and be able to match your cloud expenses to respective business units for appropriate budget control using FinOps toolsets.
So in this following section, we will deliberate on a few topics that changes the world of managed services with a refreshed look on how to engage with the MSPs. Most MSPs today, whether traditional or cloud, tend to operate in a few different models. The cost of engaging such MSPs would be directly proportional to the level of support and the service they bring to the table. However, there is a trend that is developing and moving towards very high levels of service and standards, regardless of the type of customer or the size of their systems and workloads. The pay-as-you-go model is also catching on to the managed services world by letting you choose the right amount of support you need, measured by the time spent, rather than choosing different service levels. So regardless of the type of MSP you choose, there are some aspects to consider while choosing the MSP. For example, choosing an MSP who helps you with a clear visibility into the current cloud spending and is able to forecast future spending for a financial year, or provide you recommendations on what workloads are working at peak efficiency and which ones can be optimized or perform better, or perhaps even cost less. Some cases, the MSP should be able to provide you the ability to clearly categorize your spend and provide you reports on spending from each business unit, department, for a chargeback for budget management. Success really depends on choosing the right partner for navigating your cloud journey. So today's MSPs operate typically, in a variety of ways. They could be either functioning by, by way of the function they're providing you, or the number of instances managed, or by the percentage of the cloud spend. Which is true of most cloud-born MSPs, who charge you a percentage of what you pay to providers like AWS or Azure, for example. And some MSPs who are from the IT services world tend to charge you by the device or by the number of users that they're supporting. Or some of them could be pricing it based on the number of applications supported, number of workloads that you have on the cloud, and so on. So when choosing an MSP, there are quite a few aspects that you need to consider and choose the right type of MSP which fits your business. For example, choosing from a pay-as-you-go utility model versus MSPs that require long-term service agreements, or choose based on the availability of support. Say example, most local providers tend to provide business hour support with a lean support after hours, but there are global providers who are able to provide a consistent 24/7 support with the same SLAs. And one other aspect could be time to response and time to resolution, which can vary dramatically from provider to provider. Similarly, levels of support and types of account management could be other variables. But the trend is likely to catch on and become a standard is the type of MSPs that are promising the same level of service levels regardless of your workloads, users, VMs, or what have you. They offer support package only limited by the hours they spend and what you require, to be involved in supporting your cloud workloads with the same 24/7, 99.99% availability and other premium SLAs, which is typically available with the other providers at a cost. So the approach is completely customer centric with these new MSPs and not service specific. So the most important aspects, of these is that such MSPs provide a ton of value added services, such as helping with readiness assessment, defining your security, governance, designing your workloads, architecting scalable solutions, all the way to high performing, scalable cloud presence as part of the same service levels. So this was a short webinar in which we tried to cover, the advantages of the new type of MSPs that are emerging. And Compunnel is one such MSP, and we are happy to assist our customers in doing workshops, doing readiness assessments, we also offer free assessments and free workload, evaluation, and also some free consultation in an attempt to, help our customers adopt cloud in the right manner. So we encourage you to, reach out to us for free assessments and free consultation for your cloud transformation needs.
Thank you everyone for joining us on this webinar. It was really great to have you on this webinar, and please feel free to reach out to us for any further questions or details, and keep a look for the webinar upcoming from us. Thank you once again and have a good day. Thank you everyone.